Triple H is not a fucking racist. And La Familia is still in this, and now Final Testament has to go is ridiculous.
Fuck forever. Like, that's borderline crack. I'm not even gonna take. I'm not even.
And Charlotte's probably got the most aura.
His words. Medals are cool. Okay, let me just go ahead and put that.
Who likes it? Unreal England. It's a great promo.
What about Nick Nemeth gets me emotionally invested?
Drifting on a melody.
Yo, y'all niggas gotta go to bed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the 3D Wrestling Podcast. And as you can see, I'm here by myself. It's just me today. All right, just me on this lovely Wednesday evening. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different, okay? Because obviously, since the change of structure that we've had here on the 3D Wrestling Podcast, we have had so much more interaction with our bi-weekly viewers. You know, we get a lot of returning guests every week who want to tune in. Sorry that I little sway. I had camera issues before, so I was running around. But we have had a lot more interactions with this new one topic show that we have been running. So, with it being just me tonight, we are going to put out the link so people, you know, if you've been tuning in, you could join in on the video and you could chat with me because we have quite the topic today. We are going to be getting into best debuts and returns all around. Any company, just debuts and returns, okay? So, Dre is behind the scenes. He's not feeling too well, so he is behind the scenes running the show. So if you do, just copy the link that is pinned all around places, and you can join in and give me what you think is, you know, some of your favorite returns and debuts. So I will start us off, okay? Let me bring it back. By the way, I am the one, the brag, the host, the 18-time champion, the one and only DL Right. Yeah! Representing 1/3 of the D's. that come to you every other Wednesday night. So, hold that thought. Okay. So, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with what I think may go down as the greatest debut in at least WWE history. Politics aside, any other beliefs to the side. Nate, yeet. I think if it's not your favorite debut, it's got to be a top 5 if you're like a diehard WWE, WWF guy. And I actually just rewatched the entire story building up to this debut. And we're going to start with the Big Red Machine, Kane. Bad Blood, 1997. Now, I work with my best friend in the whole world. We've been best friends for over 20 years. Now, we became friends solely based off of wrestling. I met him. He had a wrestling shirt. I said, "You're a wrestling fan?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Great. We're friends now. Been best friends ever since." So we worked together, and I was telling him how, I was watching the whole build, Paul Bearer turning on Taker, Paul Bearer going and saying all this bad shit about Taker, and then him telling everyone how Taker burned down his house and killed his parents and his little brother. And let me tell you, the way that shit had me wrapped up in a chokehold of just like, wow, The Undertaker is a murderer, and we're just out here letting him be on TV. This shit is crazy because I ate up every fucking word that Paul Bearer was saying. Ate it up. Every fucking word that Paul Bearer said. And then when Taker cuts the promo, explaining the story, and he's backstage in a little like blue lit room, explaining like, my little brother, he wanted to be just like me, all this and that. He's like, he burned it down and all this. And he just was so vulnerable. It was a wonderful, wonderful story. And then to find out Kane is alive. He's alive, Undertaker! Kane is alive! Man, the way that we believed all of that as children. I was, that whole thing started and ended in 97. I was 6 years old going on 7. And it was just like, wow, this is unbelievable. Oh my God, look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. Absolutely incredible. And the way, and that, remember, Taker would show up. Oh, Tehran, my brother. I would love for my brother to jump in this. Tehran, there is a link. If you want to join and come talk to me about something, you're probably busy. Don't need you long. Please click the link and join. So, yeah, it's got to be Kane. Kane coming out, ripping the fucking door off the hinges of the Hell in a Cell. And yeah, man, Taker was so vulnerable. He was showing up to work in a Nike jumpsuit. Had the sweats and the crew neck. It was absolutely unbelievable. Kane's debut was just it was just amazing, absolutely amazing. So yes, it was just that was one of the greatest. That I think it's the greatest debut. Look at that monster. Come on, son. We didn't know what was happening. When that man came out, we did not know what the fuck was going on, bro. I was terrified. And to see someone the same size, if not bigger than Taker at that time. Come on now. To see that was just like, it was unbelievable. And, I went on to help my man Shawn Michaels win the first ever Hell in a Cell. But that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. But yes, that was absolutely just unreal to see. And the story that dragged from what was it? From Bad Blood 97 all the way to WrestleMania 14, which is probably like 6 months afterwards. It was amazing. Taker didn't want to fight his brother. Then his brother cost him the WWF Championship against Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble. Has his brother in a casket, starts chopping up the casket with an axe, pours gasoline in it, sets the bitch on fire. And then Undertaker came back, and it was so crazy. He was laying on a casket, the lightning bolt, fucking sat up. He's walking, not holding a microphone, so he had a microphone on his body somewhere. He was, I'll walk through the fires of hell. Come on now. What my brother say? Let's see. I can't see what he said. Yeah, bad blood in your house. Yeah, he fucked Shawn up. He definitely whipped Shawn's ass in that match. That's what my brother said. You know, Shawn had a few receipts coming to him at the time, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. Shawn did great, and he won. That's all that matters. He won the fucking match. So, yes, I think that Kane had the greatest WWE debut of all time. That's just my opinion. Okay. Now, I cannot. I'm so sorry. I had a crew neck on before this, believe me. So, yeah, Kane, best WWE debut. But let me tell you what I do love as well that involves Kane. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that when Kane returned, and I'm not sure. I thought that when he came back with the new mask that had the open mouth in 2002, the Un-Americans were in the ring. You know, like Test, Lance Storm, and Christian and them. I want to say, I believe, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but I thought that's when he debuted Slow Chemical. But that return of Kane and that version of Kane, fucking the best, like the best shape he's been in, the funniest he's been, still whooping people's asses, having a good time. I loved that return. But then, you know, Black Towel Kane's the greatest Kane of all time. So, yes, look at him. Come on now. Look at him. The Kane-a-Rooney. The goddamn Kane-a-Rooney. You can't, come on. Man was having a blast. So, yes, if you have Nate, my boy Nate, he debuted Slow Chemical on 4/1/2002. Was that when he returned with the open mask, Nate, against the Un-Americans? I could be wrong. But yeah, Kane, absolute greatest of all time debut in my mind. Now, let's see. Let's go with a return. We'll go with a return. Obviously, you know, there's your Triple H's 02 in the Garden. You know, wearing about 13 layers, just jacked to the fucking gills. And that was like and it was weird because it was one of those times where, you know, a person gets injured as a very bad guy. Triple H was such a heel at the time of his injury. But then they're gone, and then it's like, you know, they come back, goddamn babyface right out the gate, and people were excited to see Triple H. And I think that, yes, that was such a beautiful, beautiful return from injury. Great reception. The Garden went absolutely ballistic. And yeah, just the shirt, the leather coat, leather jacket with the denim vest, coming back, the best shape he's ever been in. And all I am the game. It was absolutely unfucking believable. Absolutely unbelievable. So, let's see who else had an amazing debut. I mean, the Undertaker's debut. Who else had an amazing in the building? Let's go!
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me all right?
I'm in the house. I can hear you, big dog. What's happening?
I'm good, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our reoccurring bi-weekly guest here.
Yep.
My man, Dylan Wallace. Dylan, thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh,
Dude,
right.
once you said
Now,
this was going to be a solo show and you were inviting guests, I was like, I told the wife we're packing up, we're about to move. I was like, I have to be available at 8:00. Like, I just have
yes,
to.
yes, we love it. We love to hear it. So, Dylan, debuts, returns. What comes to your mind, my man?
Yeah. So the biggest thing for debut for me is definitely Y2J. It's Jericho.
Mm,
Are you
good
kidding?
Lord.
We're coming up on the millennium, right? Rock's in the ring. Countdown starts going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, 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 boom. Come on. You know I got you. Arms outstretched. Are you kidding me? Break the
Oh,
wall down.
welcome to Raw.
Is
Jericho.
Jericho.
And let me tell you, everyone's worried about the world ending.
Yeah.
I wasn't concerned about the world ending. I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen at the end of this countdown. All right, fuck your world ending. I'm trying to know what this countdown means. All right. Yes, absolutely incredible. Jericho coming over from WCW, amazing. He obviously, people loved him in WCW, New Japan, ECW, Jericho, and to have a debut mic segment with The Rock in 1999 was absolutely incredible. I want to know who those dirt sheet people were, because there were people in the crowd with the Jericho signs. I'm like, who was these dirt sheet people back then? All right, I was a child. I was trying to figure out who was giving out the information then.
For me, I wasn't even watching wrestling at the time, but you see like those best debuts ever, and it's one that I go back to pretty often on YouTube. And you see them on the documentaries, this, that, and the other. And it's just like the main event package to begin with, right? So just crazy push right out the gate. Who he's like is in the ring as The Rock. You put it all together. It's a masterclass to me.
Absolutely. And people ought to understand, it's like Jericho debuted in 99.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Rock in Austin. That was 2 years after.
Yeah.
It was 2001 that Jericho was the first undisputed champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that long of a grind since being in the WWE. I was like, what a debut and what a career. And Jericho's he's not on my personal Mount Rushmore, but I think as far as like the wrestling business, I think that Jericho deserves to be on a lot of people's Mount Rushmores because of his ability to reinvent himself and to carry this legacy that he's had for so many decades and get everything, like, even because when you look at his body of work, even the shit with the list was some of the most entertaining shit that I had ever seen at that time. Like, especially at such a real not high point in WWE, you know. Yeah. But you had something to look forward to with Jericho in that goddamn list. Awesome. Now, we got a beautiful, beautiful debut from you.
Yeah.
I want you to give me a return that meant something to you, injured superstar, someone who just took some time off, just a return that just you were like, oh my God, fuck yes, I'm feeling every emotion right now.
I think coming off the rip, the one that I was thinking about is WrestleMania. Can't remember the number, but it's with the roller coaster in the background, and you have the New Day, right? There's a big tag team match. They come out and
talk about it.
Whoever couldn't make it, right? But who's going to be the special guest or whatever that's going to come in? And then the New Day starts walking up towards the ring a little bit, and it's like, oh, please, no, we actually don't want the New Day at this point. And the Hardys music hits. The crowd, me at home, goes insane.
Yeah, there it is. Man, let me I got a video on my Facebook surfacing around somewhere. I'm on my knees in front of the TV doing the little Jeff Hardy juke and yelling delete. And I literally watched I watched their match in Ring of Honor the night before with the Young Bucks. I was heavy into, a lot of the indies and Ring of Honor at that time.
Yep.
So yeah, I literally watched that match with the Young Bucks and they lost the tag titles. And I was like, wow, what a ladder match. That was fucking crazy. Yep. And then 24 hours later, they're in a ladder match at WrestleMania. That music hit, bro.
Insane.
That was just
The pop.
it was out of this world. That is if not number one, easily a top 3 WrestleMania pops of all time.
Yeah.
Easily.
I mean, it's got to be up there with, you think about that, like Kofi Mania is another huge one. Obviously, Daniel Bryan.
My favorite WrestleMania moment of all time.
Yeah. Dude, I was actually there for that one.
Me too. I was there.
Yeah.
I've been with my lady for 6 years now, and we had just, it was like a year after that WrestleMania that we started dating, and I had a picture on my wall of when Kofi won the title, and I literally was like looking at the picture, and I'm like explaining it to her about what happened. I started crying just explaining to her the story of Kofi Mania. Like I could not. It was one of the most important things to me to be in the building for that. There was like one dude in the whole place. There was like one dude a couple rows down who was chanting for Daniel Bryan. I thought, I'm gonna whoop this dude's ass.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, because that was Kofi's night. And yes, I got a WWE Championship replica, and I put Kofi's side plates in it, and they will never come out, because that was just the most important title win to me.
Yeah.
And it, as a black man who loves this business, that storyline carried that company in 2019.
Yeah,
and it was just out of this world. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And actually, it's like the moment, of course, but then also to then realize that's Daniel Bryan's last WrestleMania, isn't it?
No, his last Mania was the triple threat with Edge and Roman.
And who?
And
Edge
Roman.
And Roman.
Post-COVID Mania.
Yeah. Well, even still, I mean, what a moment. I mean, that was probably the best moment for that Mania, because you had Becky 2 belts in the main event.
I was hanging on by a thread by the time that WrestleMania ended. Okay. It took me I slept until till 2:00 p.m. the next day.
Oh wow.
It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. But yes, all right. Is there, if you have the time, you could give any other debuts or returns if you would like?
The only other debut I was thinking about as I was kicking it around on the AEW side of things. So I'm more of an AEW guy these days, but I'm just thinking Sting for his debut. Winter is coming, right? Just what the presentation behind it. You had the snow falling, the interest, like the music too that they played behind it, and of course,
absolutely
to this day, that's gotta be Sting or shit. It's Sting.
Yeah. Oh, Shivani.
Yeah, there it is. Boom.
Oh yeah. Listen, as a more of an AEW guy, let me set the table for you, because I know we say a lot of shit on this show when it comes to the AEW side. When I was an avid Bullet Club Indies guy,
right,
very heavy from like 2014 to 2019. I was on the bandwagon of like, fuck WWE, like this is real wrestling over here. I was very much one of those people. And when AEW started, I went to the first ever Dynamite. I went to the first Full Gear. I went to the first 3 Grand Slams.
Jeez.
I was so on board with it. And then it's just like the brawl out thing happened, and then shit just got weird. And then I'm like, this shit don't make sense. Like, I'm like, we need to do better. I do think that they are in a much better place now,
sure,
than they have been for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I think with Ospreay, it's going to be great.
Yeah. I mean, Ospreay's been crushing. Obviously, he's back and everything. For me, I go back and forth. Like, I'm still going to be a WWE guy for all the pay-per-views and like the major moments and things. As far as like the weekly television goes, though, I find that the quality of wrestling is just better on a week-to-week basis. And then, from the promo work, I'm a big MJF fan, right? He's like, to me, the best in the business. So anytime he's out there, I'm like, literally have it on right now, watching it.
Maxwell is the face of that entire company.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then you got Dynasty coming up here. We'll see how that card is, but I think their pay-per-views, man, like they're
the pay-per-views are
incredible.
Incredible. Revolution was fucking phenomenal.
So good. Last year, Revolution was my show of the year. This year, it's already clocking to be show of the year as of right now. So we'll see.
I ain't reading none of Dan Guido's comments unless he gets in the queue to get on this goddamn show, all right? I'm not doing it. He better come talk to me.
Oh, man.
Oh,
all right. I don't want to hog
Dylan,
everything. Thank you so much for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for tuning in every other week, man. We very much appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Take care. Well, that was successful. Look at that. We are on a roll, people. That was awesome. Dylan Wallace, shout out to him. He tunes in every other week. He's always giving input on the topics that we want to discuss. So yes, that was absolutely incredible. Yo, Big Nate! What's up, dog?
Yeah.
My man Nate in the building, ladies and gentlemen. My boy Nate is here. Nate's been rocking with us for a little bit now, people.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Nate has been rocking with us. Nate is our encyclopedia when we need facts checked around here.
Yeah.
My boy, Nate, how are you, brother?
Good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
All right, Nate, give me something good, my man. Debuts, where do you go to?
You know what? I'm gonna turn before I turn my TV. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my TV down a little bit. Nobody wants to touch my phone. Anyways, you know what? John Cena's return. Madison Square Garden, Royal Rumble 2008.
Oh, what was he out for, Nate? 4 months?
Let's see, October 2007. So a little over 3 months.
Little over 3 months. My man John Cena comes back early from injury. Cause no one expected him to be back that early at all, Nate, right?
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at the picture.
Yeah.
I do think it was unfair that they all cheered Nate and then they were booing after he won the Royal Rumble. What the hell was that about?
I don't know.
It was unbelievable. Absolutely incredible return. No one saw it coming. Thunderous pop at the Royal Rumble. Absolutely incredible. The people loved it. He went on to win. I was very, very, very happy for John. And yeah, that was such a beautiful moment. You got anything else?
I mean, if you want 6 on month.
Yeah, give me one more, Nate.
One more. I have to think about this. CM Punk, Survivor Series 2023, Chicago.
Oh man. Just when you thought the show was over, Nate.
Yeah.
You thought they put the logo up. Yeah. They got the wide cam. And then next thing you know, you hear the scratches, and then you hear Cult of Personality. Hell froze over was the appropriate way to describe. Look at that. Look at it.
Yeah.
What a night. What a night. And now look at him. He's going into his second WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, against Roman Reigns.
Absolutely incredible. Nate, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for tuning in every other week. We appreciate you, brother. And I just want you to know we are so thankful to have a fan like you to interact with us.
All right.
All right?
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. All right. We'll talk to you.
All right. All right.
Thank you. Nate, ladies and gentlemen. Nate has finally come to talk to us. Nate has been rocking with us for about a year, well, maybe a little more, over a year, actually. Yeah, more than a year, I think, that Nate's been rocking with us now. So, yes, shout out to him for always sticking by and having some input. That is amazing. Yes, Cena, 08, Royal Rumble, beautiful return. CM Punk, I know a lot of people were indifferent when he returned, given how his last run ended in the other company. So that was definitely something that had people a little skeptical, but I'd say he did okay so far being back in the WWE. I think he did a pretty damn good job. On the topic of Cena, I think when Cena made that random, he's got so many returns that are great. His Money in the Bank in London return was one of my favorites. That crowd went absolutely ballistic. SummerSlam, or no, Money in the Bank 2021. Oh, Nate. Nate said that was nerve-wracking. It's okay, Nate. You did a great job. You did a phenomenal job, and thank you for joining me. Cena returning after Roman's match at Money in the Bank 2021. Yeah, that was had no idea that Cena was going to be popping up there, so that was amazing. I feel like Roman just ran out of opponents at the time, that they were just getting everybody, because then after he beat John Cena, Brock Lesnar came back at SummerSlam. So speaking of Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, we're going to get into it. Speaking of Brock, let's talk about it. Brock returning after WrestleMania 28. That was just shock and awe. That was complete shock and awe. Brock Lesnar returning and fucking just going after Cena. Absolute amazing return. His debut when he was beating the fuck out of like Maven and all them. I was like, who the fuck is this? And why is this man so angry? That's how I felt about when Brock debuted. That was just unreal. Let's see. Oh, obviously for me personally, Shawn Michaels never stayed away too long. Like, he stayed away from the ring, but he always did random pop-ups here and there. Always had random pop-ups. But I will say, Shawn Michaels coming back to the ring in 2002, that was so heavy to me, because like I said, I didn't think he's my favorite wrestler of all time, as most people know. I never thought I would see Shawn wrestle again, like, at all. I thought he would pop up, and then when he came over to do, he was doing the DX entrance with Triple H. I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, I get to see Shawn, whatever. And then Triple H pedigreed him, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker. How could you do such a thing? How? But, then Shawn gets attacked backstage. They do the whole whodunit. Turns out to be Triple H. Shawn Michaels looked in that camera and said, the doctors say I should recover 100%. They say I should be 100% by, say, SummerSlam. When I tell you that I did not believe that I was going to be watching my favorite wrestler of all time wrestle again, and then got to see him for another 8 years afterwards. So I'd say we did pretty good. And his second run is arguably better than his first run. Look at him. I'm sitting there. I'm like, what the hell does this shirt say? I don't even care. I was 11. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It was such a good match. It was such a good match. And yeah, that man was absolutely spectacular. Let's see, especially on returns. We got to talk about it. We can't leave it out. Edge 2020 Royal Rumble. Oh, guys. Edge returning at the 2020 Rumble was something that was just absolutely, I couldn't even fathom the words when that music hit. When you heard that, You Think You Know Me, it was just, what more can you say? It took every emotion to just bring it out, because we watched you. First of all, Edge is a wrestler as well, that, like, it's like we watched you grow up. Like, we saw Edge early in his career and then watched him work his way all the way up to the top, and then to have to retire so young. Like, he was never like the guy in the company ever. but he was always that constant, like he was always there. And yes, right after this, and then when you see him walking through and you see the emotion in his eyes, right? God damn it. God damn it. That's the shot right there. Look at it. Look at it. When I saw that is when I started crying. When I see you emotional like that, I'm going to start crying. Because I know what this means to me. So I can't even fathom the words of what it might mean to him. You know what I'm saying? That was such a beautiful return. And man, it was just amazing. It was amazing. And he did some of the best work of his career after that return. Yeah, man, that was so cool. Let's get into the Undertaker. Because I got a couple on this list. Let me just say something as well. Wrestling time makes 0 sense. Okay, let's just clear that up. Wrestling time makes 0 sense, and this is what I mean by this. American Badass Undertaker, right? American Badass Undertaker was buried alive by Vince McMahon and Kane at Survivor Series 2003, November. And then January, they start teasing they start the story with the return of the dead man. That's 2 months. If you told me that shit was 3 years, I would have believed you, because it felt like a lifetime between American Badass and Return of the Dead Man. Wrestling time makes 0 sense to me. That shit was only 2 months before we started teasing the Return of the Dead Man, and it was unbelievable. Now, it was the Return of the Dead Man was great. I was expecting more as far as like appearance wise, because he kind of just came back and looked the same exact way that he did. He just had he just had the jacket and the hat. Everything else was the same, top to bottom. But amazing entrance, amazing return, amazing pallbearer. Oh yes, like it was just absolutely incredible the way that he pulled this off. It was amazing. But let's talk about that debut of the American Badass. I'm talking Judgment Day. Oh, 2000, baby. And I ain't gonna lie, when I saw this, I'm like, who is this? I couldn't even tell. You gotta mind you, we coming off what? Ministry Taker before this? We had Ministry Undertaker, who was out here trying to marry Stephanie against her will, trying to sacrifice Stone Cold Steve Austin, sacrificing Midian and all of them. Then I get this guy on a bike and a bandana. I'm like, and I think it was one of the commentators. They were like, "Is that? It's the Undertaker." I said, "What? That's the Undertaker?" Man, let me tell you, that was something. That was absolutely something. Dre, I got a comment here, but our pin thing is kind of blocking it. It says, remember the original music? The Mind Muscle. Which song you talking about, pal? But yes, yeah, Taker definitely had a few good ones. Definitely a few good ones. Let's see. The Rock got a crazy ovation when he was announced as the host for WrestleMania 27. That was, I didn't see that coming. I didn't realize that he hadn't been on TV in 7 years or whatever. I was like, damn, it's been that long. Oh yeah, the American Bad. Thank you. Shout out the Mind, the Muscle. Yes, the original American Badass. That shit was terrible. I think they edited that shit out of all the old videos too, but it was horrible. And then he went to the American Badass, which was much more fitting. But yes, that shit was hot garbage, absolute trash. Yeah, The Rock being gone for so long and coming back, that was something. It definitely gave you goosebumps for sure. That was a special moment. And then him running down Cena was just fucking. That was a chef's kiss, especially Cena at that time, because everybody was against John Cena at that time for sure. One thing about me, folks, I am a huge fan of Black and Gold NXT. I am a major NXT Black and Gold guy. And there have been some beautiful debuts in NXT over the years. And this guy has another one on this list, but I'm not talking about it until Dan Guido calls in. So I'm going to talk about it for his NXT debut. Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole, baby's NXT debut at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Was it 3? Yeah, I want to say it was 3. Adam Cole, and I heard all the rumors at the time. I went to the event in my Bullet Club Adam Cole Bebe shirt because I was hopeful. I was praying. I was holding on to it that he would show up. And by God, he fucking showed up. And I was the happiest person in the world. Okay? I love Adam Cole very much. Okay? And I wish you a speedy recovery because I will be, man, to never see you wrestle again would such a wonderful talent. And you can say whatever you want about Adam Cole. You know, people body shame him and do whatever they want to do. That man is the greatest person to ever walk through Black and Gold in the history of it. Where he brought that company, what he did in that company, what he did to bring up his boys in that company and put a stamp on the fucking just everything to let you know that these boys came to play. That man went up to the main roster and fought Seth Rollins. And you want to talk about a debut? His debut on SmackDown, he beat Daniel Bryan clean in the middle of that goddamn ring. So yes, Adam Cole's NXT debut, incredible. Alistair, look at him. Come on, baby. Come on. And the dress shoes too. Can't tell me shit. In the dress shoes. Let's see. Kevin Owens had a great debut. I actually saw Kevin Owens's last indie event before he signed to the WWE. Jerry, what's up, Jerry? What's going on? We're doing a special episode here, Jerry. It's all about debuts and returns. You can leave a comment of, someone debut or return that means a lot to you, or you can click the link and hop in the queue to come on the show and talk to us about said debuts and returns. But yes, I was very excited for Kevin's debut, and it was awesome. Great entrance, beautiful. You could see the emotion in his eyes. That was great. And what we would be remiss if we did not talk about the debut of one Shinsuke Nakamura at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Ooh. Shinsuke Nakamura's TakeOver Dallas debut was just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. The entrance, the presentation, and then you got the entrance, you got the presentation, you got the music, you got the vibes, you got the everyone cheering. This is awesome. But then you got the match. You got the match to meet the. Come on, bro. That is that shit right there. This was such a good match, and it still holds up. I watched it not that long ago. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Sammy needs to cut his fucking hair and go back to looking like that. But side note, maybe people will stop hating you so much because they think you're Sammy Hogan, even though that doesn't make any sense because, you know, he doesn't make the decisions, but that's a different conversation for a different day. Let's see what else do we got in NXT. Finn Balor was a great debut, coming to hold down Hideo Itami. The Finn Balor demon was just another level. Finn Balor's on the Mount Rushmore. I'd put Finn Balor at number 2 of the men in the Mount Rushmore of NXT. Finn in NXT. Finn built up NXT, carried the torch for Adam Cole to snatch that shit and run. But Finn was great for NXT, for sure. We had Samoa Joe's debut in NXT, which was great. Let's see. Asuka coming to NXT. Fantastic. Yo, Rhea Ripley coming to NXT from NXT UK. So this is a debut on NXT. The way that she came in, music hits, she gets in the ring. She goes right up to Shayna Baszler and says, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say you've beaten them all, but you haven't beaten me, bitch. Throws the mic down. Incredible debut. Yo, my goodness, right there. And Dre, put the camera back on. Let me show you what the tough part was. Was Rhea held the mic up like this. You know what I'm saying? I am like a, you know, pop punk, hardcore, metalcore, all that shit. So when you hold the mic like that and you got the arm up, that shit means business right there. When you hit him with that, that's a whole nother vibe right there. So yes, that was amazing. Gunther Walter, because he was Walter at the time, debuting after the first NXT UK pay-per-view. I think it was TakeOver UK Cardiff or Wales. One of them is where Walter debuted. And when I tell you, I was a very, very big Pete Dunne British Strong Style fan. So those boys, those little Peaky Blinders could do nothing wrong. I loved them. When that man Walter came out, I genuinely feared for Pete Dunne's life. Genuinely feared for Pete Dunne's life. And Pete Dunne was serving niggas with that NXT UK championship. My man had a run with that. He was defending that shit in Progress. He was defending that shit as many places as he could. He was cooking with that NXT UK championship. I think it was over 600 days. And then Walter came in and then destroyed that record. But yes, yeah, that was quite the debut for sure. Let's see. Let's try to go out of the box a little bit. Oh, I would be remiss. Kurt Angle 2006, 7, end of 2006. Kurt's debut in TNA. Nate, if you can fact check that for me. Kurt Angle's debut in TNA, getting in Samoa Joe's face. Now, that I started watching TNA really, you know, I heard about AJ, so I tuned in here and there. And then when Jeff Hardy went, I was like, all right, I gotta stick and stay. Kurt Angle was an absolute star in the WWE. Absolute star. Multiple time world champion, especially when he left. When he was doing that wrestling machine, fucking Perk Angle. I know you don't like it, but, you know, I'm sorry. That's just, you know, that's how I gotta describe you. In that time, that was unbelievable. Oh, Derry. There's my boy. Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to ever buy some 3D wrestling merch. My brother from another. I love this man to death right here. My guy, Dan Guido. Guido, baby, what's up? Talk to me.
What's up, man? It's great. Such a big fan of the show.
We got
Big
two
fan. You're doing
D's
great
out
work.
here now, baby.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah,
two
commented.
D's over here.
Yeah, I commented
Now,
earlier, man.
let me just get this out there real quick to let all you beautiful people know. You know how I told you the story about how I met my best friend earlier when we were 11 and 12 because of wrestling. This guy right here, all right, we worked for the same company in different locations. And I thought we had to correspond with each other because we did the same thing in these companies at the time. So we had to correspond with each other about things. Then we find out each other likes wrestling. And this fucking guy, he's one of those miserable, grumpy dudes born in the 80s who loves Bret Hart. Okay. And I'm born in 1991, and I love Shawn Michaels. Me and this man forgot that we had jobs and were just arguing with each other to the point where he had to call me the next day and be like, yesterday got a little out of hand.
Oh yeah, it was bad. Sending
It was
screenshots of
unbelievable. So
super
unprofessional.
super kicks and sharpshooters and just terrible stuff. But here we are today.
Yes. Guido, you left a comment on some amazing AEW debuts. Please elaborate.
Oh yeah, man. When I was getting into AEW and we were watching it, and I was buying pay-per-views, which I haven't done in 20 years. And I ended the match, everything went black. And, who could it be? And it's Adam Cole. And I wasn't familiar with his game, like you say. And when he came and swerved everyone, and we thought that the show was ending, and then Bryan Danielson showed up, the place went crazy.
Absolutely insane.
No one knew. No one knew that was coming one way, and then big swerve. It was great. And then they went on like a nice 2-year run. But yeah.
And
as a huge fan of yours, you're a big fan. So what do you think of that?
You know me. You know how I felt about the Big Bay himself. I'm a big Adam Cole guy. I was very happy. And it's one of those things where I was happy for myself because, like, I got to see him wrestle more, obviously. But I was so happy for him on a personal level because those are his boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I all these people that started watching Being the Elite after AEW started, like, I was out here since episode 1, baby. I watched that shit. I watched that shit regularly. The dream team of Adam, Matt, Nick, and Kenny out here dressing up in costumes in Japan, going to take photos. Like, that meant a lot to me. And then Brian got just a whole new life. Because you know what? Brian got to go over there and remind the people, yeah, I fucking does this. Okay? In case you forgot.
Yeah.
Guido, give me something old school though, baby. Give me something old school.
I was thinking about this. You're talking about debuts. Remember the vignette? Razor Ramon.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
For like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, they're just teasing the player, and then all of a sudden he shows up, and that was great.
He's already over. He's already over. That was the power of the vignette.
Yeah, I think another underrated one is probably Goldust.
Oh,
and everything, and then the camera changes.
Bro. Look at the curl.
Yeah,
look at the curl.
Goldust when he walked through the crowd, and he had Marlena.
Oh man,
never saw anything like that on television before.
No, Terry Runnels. Goldust was quite the character and did some especially heinous things on television. But that's all right, because Shawn Michaels matched his energy and kissed him mid-match just to let him know, just to assert his dominance. All right, just to assert his dominance.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a return, but I couldn't. I was going to say Edge, but
you took it. Jesus Christ, bro. Bro, look at that.
Debuts. Yeah, no, it's really. I don't have
Oh
much
my
else, man.
God. That is wild behavior right there. How about the fake? How about the return of Ultimate or the debut of Ultimate Warrior in the WCW?
No.
Anyway,
Yeah. Nope.
yes,
Yeah.
that is yeah, Razor Ramon, man. I'll tell you, if I would have believed he was Cuban for the rest of my life. I was like, Scott
sure.
Hall. What kind of name is Scott Hall for a Cuban drug dealer? Like,
No.
what are you talking about? Oh man, so cool. Such a cool guy. He's on that top list of great wrestlers who were never world champion. He's on that list. You know, him, Perfect. You know, those are the two that come to mind off the top of my head.
I think Roddy. Piper.
I just rewatched Roddy and Brett at WrestleMania is a fantastic match.
Oh yeah, the finish alone.
Oh, who said that? Was that you, Dre, that wrote that? The Nathan Jones. Nathan Jones was the next world champion, if you ask me. I'll tell you that. Nathan Jones was about to take WWE by storm. According to those goddamn vignettes.
Did anyone mention the Millennium Man? Like, not the return of Jericho's second time?
Oh yeah, my man. Oh, the second time? Oh, the
jacket.
Save Us Y2J?
Yeah.
No one mentioned that. That was great too. You know what I love about that one? You always know when Jericho's fresh off tour by how he talks to the crowd. You know, like you always know when he's got that extra, like, how we doing tonight? Monday Night Raw. Like,
yeah,
you know, he's fresh off tour because he's just been doing that all around the fucking world.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, man, that was
great.
You know who's an underrated debut? Fucking, and you actually unlocked this memory by mentioning Marlena. Fucking China.
Oh, refresh my memory.
When China debuted, it was Triple H versus Gold. I'm sorry, it was Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Goldust. Bro, China came out the crowd and just yoked up Marlena. And when I tell you, Daniel, that she was ragdolling this poor young lady, and like I don't, bro. When I tell you she was swinging her for the fences, she had her up there, man.
Now that I see the photo, it's all coming back.
Oh, bro, you remember that, bro? It was insane the way that she came in and started shaking her, bro. I thought that was the next WWF World Champion. Is that Brawler? Is that Brooklyn over there behind her, huh, Mr. Lombardi? Fucking guy,
that's amazing.
Yes. Wow. Oh yeah, that was what a debut. What a debut, especially like, you know, there's not too many like women debuts where I'm like, wow, this was fucking epic. You know, maybe Paige on the main roster when she beat AJ Lee the night after WrestleMania. You know, that could have been up there. But yeah, there's not too many like women's ones. I guess now that are like super crazy. Definitely nothing involving Sasha Banks and Mercedes, my man. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I feel like I saw Trish Stratus on a Sunday Night Heat.
Bro,
debut.
Let me tell you, I was just talking with Will at work, and I was like explaining to him, like, bro, the shit that used to come on Sunday Night Heat was kind of crazy.
I've never seen Taz. He debuted,
well, Taz debuted at the Royal Rumble 2000. That was beautiful. Sure. But it was just crazy. Like Sunday Night Heat was like a D-list show, but had fucking A-list talent and segments. Like it was. I don't know when they taped that or like what they were doing, but Sunday Night Heat was fire.
Yeah, and from I remember, they used to record it before Raw. I used to go
Sunday Night Heat
Raw,
was. incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, he definitely was just. It was a show like a Sunday show, but you got Austin on here, you got Taker on here, you got the big hitters on here. Like we're cooking.
Yeah.
So, Guido, man,
Great. Oh yeah, this is
thank
fun.
you so much for thank you for being a friend in real life. You know, thank you for being a brother.
No,
I'm gonna hopefully see you WrestleMania weekend at some point.
You know, clear my calendar for that.
Yeah, sure. I would hope to see you. We're gonna be here at my place Saturday. We're gonna be at Will's on Sunday.
Okay. All right.
I got all the love in the world for you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking in bi-weekly with us, my man.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. Look forward to it. Every Wednesday, you guys do a great job.
I appreciate you very, very much, sir. All right. All right.
Much love to the others too. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. All right.
Of course.
Later.
Dan motherfucking Guido, ladies and gentlemen. My God, what more can you say about the guy? He is just, once again, you know, we literally our friendship started based around wrestling. You know, and then, you know, we worked for the same company and we worked in the same department, but our bond is it comes down to wrestling at the end of the day. So, yeah, that was just, there was some really, really great debuts there. I guess on the subject of Razor Ramon, oh wait, hold the fuck up, because we gotta double back, because Mr. Jerry, yeah, last time we was here, Mr. Jerry had said some not so nice things about Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. For those who remember. All right. But Jerry has come back to say, before we go any further, I do have to apologize for what I said last podcast. I said I did not think HBK Taker matches were good. I watched both matches several times. They were great matches. I truly believe I was not into the storylines and thought it was not going to be something I wanted to pay attention to. I was wrong. You got to appreciate people with accountability. Okay? The fact that people can come on here and just admit when they're wrong about something. Something like how you got to appreciate that. You know, he talked a little extra spicy about the HBK and Taker matches. Okay. And absolute W accountability for sure. To go out of your way to come back and just acknowledge that you were incorrect about something. It's a wonderful thing. Absolute wonderful thing. Man, that China debut really was if you guys haven't seen that, that's some shit you got to go see, because that was crazy. I want to get one more as far as a return, because the Hardy Boys had been around for a while, right? As jobbers, really. They were around as jobbers, getting their ass beat by like Waylon Mercy and Scott Hall, and then they were getting jobbed out to, you know, Kane, shit like that. But when they came back as the New Brood, if you know, you know. Greatest WWE theme song of all time. The Hardys coming back as the New Brood was fucking awesome. They had a different look, because their look was just like kind of weird before that. But they had a new look, more serious, had Michael P.S. Hayes, went on for a good run. And I believe they gave a bloodbath, not with Michael P.S. Hayes, sorry, with Gangrel. I believe they gave a bloodbath to the old Brood and was standing on stage with Gangrel. I completely skipped the Michael P.S. Hayes part, but that wasn't that long anyway. But yeah, that was another good return, because they definitely deserved all of that glory for sure. Let's see. We could, you know, just raffling some up. We get the Usos returning with their hood gimmicks in their Air Force Ones, and bandana colors and all that after getting rid of the face paint and the jolliness. That was amazing. Ah! Okay, this must be the segment to just piss me off now, folks. Guess that's what we're getting into. Dre's just behind the scenes, and now he just wants to make me mad. I don't know why he does this. Fuck Ronda Rousey, first of all. First and foremost. Okay, they had her on Revolution to do what and then to do nothing. She got in the ring and pointed and then fucking left and is, I don't believe that literally anything is going to come of it. So fuck Ronda Rousey. And I don't even understand why anyone would cheer for Ronda after the shit that she's talked about this business that we love so goddamn much, people. What are we doing? We're better than that. We can't have this shit. Come on. She's absolutely... For those who don't know, I am not a fan of Jade Cargill at all. I think she looks great. I think she has a nice aura about herself. But her as a pro wrestler, she does absolutely nothing for me in the slightest. And I think her new stable is absolute trash. Absolute trash. Bailey coming up to the main roster. Yeah, we can get into that. Some main roster debuts. Some were good, some were not. Oh, I'm talking about Kevin Owens' debut in NXT. Kevin Owens' debut on the main roster, putting John Cena on his ass, then stepping on the United States Championship and holding up his NXT Championship proudly, representing the brand. Like, oh my God, what? And that was we never saw things like that. We never saw things like that. To get someone to just come up in here, drop Cena, school Cena on the microphone, and step on his United States Championship. That nigga John Cena said, "Let me give you a little bit of veteran advice." And then Kevin said, I've been doing this for 15 years, which means I've been doing this longer than you. So you don't get to give me veteran advice ever. Heavy on the ever. Come on. Heavy on the ever. Oh my God. I'm telling you, you didn't get shit like that. And then he went on to beat John Cena clean in the middle of the ring. And we all know that did not happen often back then. In those days. Oh my goodness. That was the Shield. The Shield debut and the Shield return. Roman Reigns return. Becoming the tribal chief. I'll even give Moxley's debut in AEW. Double or Nothing coming through the crowd. The Shield is incredible. They're absolutely incredible. I've awkwardly had this like microphone like the center of this goddamn camera the whole time, but that's okay. But and guess what, Dre? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you've guessed it. I was in the building Wells Fargo, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My woman took me and we went to Extreme Rules in Philly. And I told her, I said, something major is going to be happening here tonight. I don't know if you quite understand what we about to get, but it's going to be crazy. Man, when I wish the chills and goosebumps running through my body in that building, I wish I could fucking just put it in a bottle and just have access to it. I wish I could just have the access to that feeling. Because that was just such a moment where like time stood still. Seeing the return of Bray Wyatt, a vulnerable Bray Wyatt, and I'll never forget this. Like my girl pointed out the fact that like if when I would watch SmackDown and like when Bray came out after that return, like bro, when I tell you I was seated and hanging on to every word that came out of that man's mouth. Seated, hanging on to every word that came out of that man's mouth. And a Fiend debut. And I did not know what to expect of the Fiend. I did not. But what came of that Fiend was fucking nothing short of amazing. Absolutely nothing short of amazing. That was he was just such a brilliant mind and gone way too young, and it's so unfortunate because I definitely do feel that he could have really had a nice Hall of Fame career. Bro, man murdered Finn Balor for no reason. Finn Balor didn't even do nothing to him. But he had to go and murder him. Jericho's recent return, I don't think he has anything left to do in AEW. So it was cool, but not really excited because I don't know. I just don't know what he's got left, you know. Dre, you got am I missing something before we get out of here, Dre? If you want to throw something up that I have not commented on yet. Let's give Dre a minute, all right? He's a little under the weather. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think we tapped into most of them. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that we had a good time. Maybe one day we will be able to do this again. This has been awesome. Thank you to Dylan. Thank you to Nate. Thank you to my boy Dan Guido for hopping on. I appreciate you guys so much for tapping in with me. Yeah, this was fun. You know, I took the reins. You know, they asked me if I wanted to do a solo show, and I said, you know what? Fucking put me in, coach. I'm fucking ready. I'm gonna make it happen. You know, if someone's gonna do a solo show, I'm gonna fucking do it. All right. So thank you all for hanging out with me. What we get? About a little over an hour. All right. Yeah, I believe I don't want to give you guys the wrong information here. So let me double check something. 2 weeks is the 22nd. Okay. So we will be back 2 weeks from now, same 3D time, same 3D channel. Yeah, and then after that, I will be gone I'll be going on vacation. So yes, 2 weeks from now. And listen, if you guys I'm gonna put up for those who follow us, I'm gonna have Dre put up maybe a Q&A of not a Q&A, but a suggestion for topics for the next episode. So maybe you guys can submit some of your own. Maybe we can come up with a few different topics, put up a poll, see what happens. I just want to state again that obviously we've been doing this for what 4 years now, 4 years, and we had fun. We had our old structure, but we got a little bit of interaction. But like honestly, like the amount of interaction that you guys have given to us, and oh wait, hold on. Let me just all right. So I'm just gonna finish my message. I might have one more guest here. Yes, the amount of people who have really, started to interact with us with this new system that we've got going. It has been absolutely amazing. We didn't know how this new structure were going. We knew we needed to do something a little bit different. And yeah, it's the amount of people who keep coming back as well. And like now we're a part of their routine every other Wednesday. It's definitely been it's super cool that like you guys are, to hear and showing this love. And it's just been really cool. And to be able to come on this alone and have have you guys come chat with me, it's been awesome, man. And I'm definitely really digging this new structure. I'm waiting a minute, and I got one more guest, and we're about to wrap up, but I can't sign off if this guy's coming in right now. Okay? I can't sign off yet. I got to get him on here. And it won't be the last time. It will not be the last time. We're going to get more interaction. We're going to get more of these types of things to get, more fan interaction, get you guys on with us. Absolutely incredible. Hopefully in 2 weeks we will get all the boys back. All right, shout out to Duran, shout out to Dre. Shout out to our patriarch Dre for handling the behind the scenes. Okay. Even when the man's not feeling too great, he's gonna hold the fuck. That's a man who takes no days off right there. All right. My man Dre takes 0 days off. So my boy Trick Willie!
What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, I just told you the story earlier when I started this goddamn show. This man right here is my best friend in the entire world since we were 11 and 12 years old. We are 35 and he's about to be 34 in like 2 weeks.
What we got,
all
like
right?
22 years? 23 years?
23 years.
23 years.
That we have been.
Did you tell him what? Did you tell him what it was that brought us together?
I told him that this kid walked into my homeroom. He had a wrestling shirt on. I went right up to him. I said, "You like wrestling?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "We are friends now," and we have been friends ever since. All right. He is my best friend. 23
years later, wrestling is still keeping our friendship.
Listen, I had Guido on earlier.
Oh, Guido's not here anymore?
No, he commented. He said, "Oh, snap, Will." I had Guido on earlier, and I was talking about how me and Guido's friendship also started with pro wrestling. So, Trick Willie, the topic of the day are debuts and returns. Now, when you think about wrestling debuts and wrestling returns and all of that stuff, what debut comes to mind where you're like, oh, that shit meant something to me? Like that was it right there.
Oh man. There's so many that, I mean, ones that come to mind right away is obviously like, I'm sure it's just like a common answer, but like Kane obviously was like, especially like my childhood,
and you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is my best friend in the entire fucking world.
Why did you say that?
First example that I gave when I went live, sir. The first thing I said was Kane was the greatest debut of all time.
Oh yeah, just the whole like JR. It's gotta be Kane. Like that's comes to mind first. But another good one for me is KO when he debuted on the main roster. Just got right up in Cena's face.
We shared
Stomped on that U.S. title.
Jay, you see, we share the same brain, me and this guy. Okay,
Why
we
you said that one
share
too?
the same brain. Yes, I was telling him. I said I because at first I talked about his debut in NXT and talked about we saw you were with me obviously. We saw Kevin's last indie show in a pile driver
Kevin
match
Steen.
against Jerry Lawler in fucking
Pile driver match.
in Dutchess Stadium.
I was like, who the hell is this Kevin Steen guy?
And then we've grown to love him. And I love Kevin. I love Kevin a lot. You love Kevin Owens. Like I love Kevin,
Yeah.
but that I know that Kevin, I got nothing on you when it comes to the love for Kevin, and I hold Kevin up there high. But I know that's your guy.
KO's always been my dude.
Yes, and yes, it will be a shame if we never get to. I said the same thing about Adams. Like if we never get to see these guys wrestle again, it's so heartbreaking because they mean so much to us.
It really is.
And I had another guy on earlier. I was telling him, I was like, listen, I went through the phase of fuck the WWE. I'm Bullet Club heavy. Everything outside of WWE, like we don't give a shit about that. That shit sucks. That's not real pro wrestling,
Oh yeah.
I was like, we
Bullet
went
Club
through that.
Ran
phase.
our lives for a good 3-4 years.
Bro, that Bullet Club run was
that, like
out of this world.
2016 to like 2019.
Yeah, that's just locked in.
I know your whole wardrobe was Bullet Club. You had
Come on, man. I was out here head to ankle, baby. Come on. Head to ankle. I was out here. I still travel with that thing too. All right. Before I let you go and I wrap this up, Trick Willie, a return. Let me get a return that you were like, holy shit.
Just like in any era or just when
any era
ever?
whatsoever.
Return. I mean, I've always been a 316 guy, so that Austin return, especially against KO at 38,
bro,
that shit brought me back. I felt like a child.
What did me and you do when when Austin came out at your house?
Oh, we were right in front of the TV, sitting Indian or crisscross style.
Yeah, don't get us canceled now, right?
Like children, and it was fantastic.
Me and Will, this is what 2022. So I'm 31 and he's 30 at the time. Might have still been 29 actually, going on 30. 2022.
Oh,
That glass hit. Me and Will are two grown ass adults sitting with our legs crossed in front of the TV.
Dude, I just get goosebumps just thinking about that moment. Not even watching it, just thinking about it.
What that shit meant to me and you in that time was it was so out of this world, man.
Oh my God, it brought me right back to 8-year-old Willie.
It was like it was unbelievable, bro. It was unbelievable. We looked at each other. That glass shattered. We're sitting on the floor. We are literal two grown ass men acting like children when Stone Cold Steve Austin came out at WrestleMania 38.
Ah, what a time!
Oh my goodness, it was incredible. Thank you. I was just about to start. There was one more major return that same night.
That was Cody.
The roller coaster.
That Mania was fucking awesome.
It was incredible. 38 was great. And I'll tell you right now, I was one of those people booing Cody at the end of his AEW run. As soon as he came back, cheered him, couldn't wait.
It's a whole different person.
Yep, it was all forgiven. Yeah, I was just about to wrap the show up, and then you asked about it. I said, "Oh no, I can't sign off yet."
I'm glad I got to hop on for a few minutes.
So, thank you so much, my best friend in the whole world. Love you to death. Tell the wife I love her. And
I will.
I will see you soon, pal. Thank you for taking the time.
Of course. Love you, brother.
Love you, man. That's it. We got it. We got it. Got my bestie in. Got all the good people. This was an amazing episode. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Dre, you cue up that outro. Thank you guys so much. Follow me at Daniel_Lamar on Instagram and follow me at Lamar Loves Wrestling on TikTok. You can follow the patriarch behind the scenes, holding it down with his big ass hanging out because you know that boy got that dump truck on. Make sure you go follow Dre Macon. Make sure you go follow King Apollo. Thank you for tuning in. One more time, same 3D time, 2 weeks, same 3D time, same 3D channel. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.